Welcome back to another episode of The Brown Table. I'm Simone, and to my right I have Paige and JAZZLYN. Today we will be discussing the Amy Joyner situation, and of course, Queen Bee dropped her latest album this weekend, Lemonade. For those of you who do not know what the Amy Joyner situation is, it is about a high school student in Delaware who was killed when she was jumped by 3 other students. Also, it was recorded and posted on World Star Hip Hop. So my question today is, ladies, what do you feel? How do you feel about this situation? And do you think it's appropriate to ever get into a fight over a boy?
I mean, I'll start off by saying when it comes to fighting, I won't say violence is not the answer, but sometimes you have to reach out and touch, somebody every once in a while. But as far as fighting over a boy, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't do so. But you never know, the circumstances surrounding the situation. Maybe, the young woman was disrespecting her boyfriend and she was taking up for her. But I never think it's right. This situation just was terrible. It ended very bad. So I definitely don't think that's correct at all. To result, into death, violence leading into death. That's crazy.
Well, my opinion is, I'm married, so even I wouldn't fight over my husband. I feel like anybody that you have to fight over, I feel like that's not your mate. I feel like that's not your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance shouldn't put you in that position to where you need to fight over him, for one. For 2, I feel like they were, I think, 16 years old. You shouldn't be fighting over a guy at 16. I'm not judging because I know at 16 I probably did some things that I shouldn't have did at 16. But I just think that life is too short, as she see now. And I feel like at 16, you have way more to live for. I mean, she probably was going to have like 25, well, not 20, that would have been a little thottish. Maybe about 3 or 4 extra boyfriends. So, I mean, I just feel like unless it was maybe she was defending herself, then I feel like, yes, if you come to me, then I'm going to have to give you what you came for. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like in that instance, either she could have walked away, but I have to look more into the story. I feel like they were kind of aggressive, so who knows what she did? Who knows if she tried to walk away, or who knows if they chased her? I mean, it's just a different day nowadays. I don't know.
I feel like I agree with Paige. Violence is not the answer. However, sometimes you do need to touch people. For instance, I wouldn't fight over a boy, but I feel like if a girl is disrespecting me behind a boy, I'm going to try my best to walk away. But when she puts her hands on me, that is it. It's not about him anymore. It's about her disrespecting. And I feel like for those girls to just jump her, that was totally out of line. I don't understand, why are you even fighting over a boy? Like Jazz said, that's not going to be your husband. So move on, And then I feel like as far as the person who was recording it, they need to be in jail. And the girls that jumped her needs to be in jail too. The person that recorded it, I feel like you are being an accomplice to murder. Mm-hmm. And y'all murdered this girl for what? Over a boy? I just feel like it's senseless.
It's very senseless.
And I do feel like that this is a different, I don't want to get too off topic, but I do feel like nowadays teenagers don't realize the seriousness of some of their actions. Mm-hmm. Like how fighting, they probably didn't think that jumping her was going to lead to death. But they don't understand, like nowadays people have more access to guns, to weapons. What if she was that scared? Because I probably would have had to pull out a Glock. I'm just being honest. But what if she was that scared? Well, she felt like, okay, I need extra protection. So maybe I should pull out a knife, or maybe I should pull out a gun. I'm not saying that that's the right way, but I'm just saying, like, you thinking that you're bullying her, you never know. It could have turned on them, So I just feel like we need to learn that the seriousness of some of our actions.
Or I don't know. I just feel like you don't need to fight over a boy. There's plenty of them out there, and you're in high school, so you have more dudes that you're gonna meet.
Right. And I just think that it's a problem within the community with women. We're so against each other, and I feel like if we empower one another, you know, we can do great things. I just really hate that. That's extremely unfortunate that, you know, these parents have to bury their 16-year-old daughter. That's so sad. And I just feel like this should be a message to the whole world, you know, men and women, you know, never jump anyone, of course, but there's different ways of handling situations, you know, instead of violence.
Okay, so moving on, I want to talk about Lemonade.
Yes.
So when Beyonce dropped the visual, I was at work and I did forget to record it on HBO. But I have Tidal, go me. So I was able to watch it when I got home, and I listened to the album on the way home. For me, I took different messages from the visual than I did from the actual album. Like, I was in my car, I was like, yeah, I don't need no man. Like, it took me back to the place I was in 2002. So I was like really happy. She was like, yeah, leave your man, do this. You know, that's how I took it. And with the visual, I just felt like I was really empowered because she had all the little black girls in it. She had Serena in it. And she was twerking too. Yeah. And I don't know if y'all seen that picture of Serena. She was sitting in the chair. And then in the Sorry video, it was like Beyonce was sitting on the chair and then Selena was twerking. So I just thought that was a cute play on that photo shoot.
Right. I enjoyed it, honestly. I mean, it's been a lot of controversy behind it because she was hitting, you know, things about she and Jay-Z's marriage. But I feel like overall, the creativeness, she just basically blew my mind. You know, honestly, she made me love her even more because she didn't put the glamazon black woman in there. She had everyday black people from the hood that are mistreated, abused, you know, judged. She put light on that. You know, she touched roots with her community. And, you know, the message was, if your man acting up, you don't need him. Leave him. Make sure, you know, you're financially stable. One of my favorite songs on the album has to be, you know, 6 Inch, because it's such empowering and make you feel like, yeah, you know, I feel like straighten up my posture a little bit. Let me go and put some in my bank account or something. Like, I don't know. It was just so, it was very empowering, a great message. You know, there's definitely something going on. People are saying that it may not be true or a publicity stunt, but overall, I'll give it 3 thumbs up.
Yeah. I feel like Beyonce finally used what people had been gossiping about her and basically just, you know what, she probably, after hearing all of these stories, and she didn't care, supposedly she didn't carry her own child, and Jay-Z cheating on her, and Jay-Z have a mistress baby, she probably was like, you know what, maybe that'd be a dope album if I came out and just gave them what they asking for. You know, I don't feel like it's true. I feel like Jay-Z would probably right there on the production side, like helping her, like, remember when they said this, and remember, like, put this out, B, and what about this, and it'll be dope if you let them know that you leaving me at the end, throw the rings off. I mean, because that's what couples do sometimes, especially when you know something isn't true. You sit at home and laugh about it, and if you are if you're able to, you'll make money off of it, and I feel like that's what they did.
Y'all don't think it was about Matthew and Tina? Like, some of the stuff Beyonce was saying, I'm like, this could be very true about your parents. Like, when she was like, the person that when she was talking about the birth situation, I was like, well, Beyonce, you're the queen of the world. Tina birthed you, so in my mind, it was about her daddy's infidelity on her mom, you know?
Yeah. Because in the song, I listened to it like 3 times now, but she said, my father's hands around my mother's neck. It's like she was throwing in little snippets of like real talk in you know what I'm saying, like in her song. And I feel like you have to really listen to pay attention. But honestly, just hearing that now gave me a different aspect. I do think, you know, it maybe was a little influence from her parents.
Because I feel like Beyonce really, she don't need Jay-Z. She the queen. Like, everybody's gonna follow her. I haven't deleted my Tidal subscription because what? I'm not getting to that. She makes people follow her, you know? So, Jay-Z, we not following you. I mean, you're a good rapper, but I just feel like people don't care about him in the same way that they care about Beyonce.
Right.
Like, I saw this tweet. It was like, if Beyonce say we leaving our men, we leaving them. I'm leaving mine, probably.
I'm not leaving mine.
Well, she's married.
But, I mean, I do follow Beyonce. And a lot of her songs was relatable. I mean, that's how you would feel if you got cheated on. And you probably, that would be a fantasy to act it out like that. I mean, if I could bang out every window, I mean, that'd probably be right up my alley. But I don't know. I really don't think that it was a true story. I feel like she just went and just collaborated all of those tabloids and made it into an album. Because that's what I'm like, dang, I wish I could sing. Because now I could do that, you know.
If it wasn't true, that's extremely clever and a great business move on her behalf, honestly. But I think behind every rumor, there's some truth to it.
Yeah, a little bit,
because they're so private with their relationship. And that's what I admire about Beyonce the most. You don't see her in the news often, you know, with controversial things surrounding her name. And so maybe she wanted to set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to show the world, you know, hey, yeah, I'm Beyonce, but I'm human too, you know. Hell, my husband cheat on me just like the average American, you know, woman working a 9 to 5. So I think it was from she wants to make herself a little bit more intimate to her fans, you know, like put some realness out there because she is so private.
You have seen her kind of jumping more into those everyday topics now, like the formation, and then you're seeing her kind of. I mean, to me, Beyonce has always been a relatable woman, though. Like, she's always talked about hurt and pain to the left.
Resentment was like on B-Day. That's when I knew she was hurt. Because when she started singing it, like, you can just feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. And as women, you know, we can relate. We go through a lot with men. You know what I'm saying?
She said that black women are the least respected. It's kind of like lets us know that, like, she still understands our struggle and how much, because that is true. Like, you'll see some men be like, oh, that's why I'm going to go get me a white woman, because she don't snap off and she don't do this. I mean, but she does other things. And this is not to bash any other race. It's just that stop oppressing us as black women, because we are strong and we put up with a lot. And we carry a lot on our backs. I mean, we're like the leading race when it comes to women that are single parented homes, you know. So, like, we should start getting a little bit more respect in that regards.
Yeah, and when she was, like you were saying about how black men always be like, oh, I'm going to go give me a white woman. I just thought about, and sorry, when she was like, something for the good hair Becky. And my mind flashed back to on Waiting to Exhale when Angela Bassett helped her husband build from the top. And what he do? He got rich and he left her for a white girl. And I feel like black men do that all the time. All the time.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson.
Even Kanye West rapped about it, but he went and got a Persian. Because Kim is Persian.
I mean,
but yeah, back to piggybacking off what you said. She made a statement. It was called "Go Call Becky with the Good Hair."
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just a whole new door of controversy to be opened up on Rachel Roy's behalf. Damon Dash's ex-wife or fiance or whatever. She posted a picture on Instagram and was like, "Good hair don't care." And honey, the Beehive went after her like the dogs were out to get her. But honey, off with her head. Yes, she threw herself under the bus. Like, we never would have known if she was referring to Rachel Roy. We never would have known it if she wouldn't have put herself out there like that.
She just wanted that 3 minutes of fame.
Right, or I feel like Dame Dash and Jay-Z, they was real tight. So I feel like his ex-wife or whoever she was, she probably seen stuff that was going on. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Jay-Z was cheating with her. He could have been cheating with other white people and she saw everything. Because, you know, when you real tight, the hive is coming for that ass. So it's like, don't even open up Pandora's box. Like,
don't do it. Don't do it.
And if you know
to it, and since she's talking about husband and wife, they're, you know, applying it to her marriage. Like, oh, this has to be about Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But she's an artist. She's supposed to make music. So this could all be a fantasy.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this episode of The Brown Table. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like and subscribe this video. Also, if you have comments, leave them down below.